In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on February 10, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. San Antonio Spurs vs. Detroit Pistons. San Antonio will try to snap its 10-game losing streak when it travels to Detroit on Friday night. The Spurs are amid a 9-game road trip that began with double-digit losses to Chicago and Toronto. Detroit is on a 3-game losing streak after getting blown out by Cleveland on Wednesday. The Spurs are 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 road games and 0-9 against the spread in their last 9 games overall. The Pistons are 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 home games and 4-11 against the spread in their last 15 games overall. The over is 22-8 in Spurs' last 30 overall. The under is 6-0 in Pistons' last 6 overall. The Spurs are 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 meetings. The Spurs could be shorthanded again, as Romeo Langford, Tre Jones, and Jeremy Sochan are all listed as questionable, while the Pistons are still without Marvin Bagley, but they should have the newly acquired James Wiseman in the lineup. The tanking Pistons trailed by 18 in the first quarter and were ultimately blown out 113-85 by the Cleveland Cavaliers. The game was over fast, but they fight hard considering they are trotting out a G League-type lineup. The lone bright spot was the improvement and progression of rookie Jaden Ivey. He has scored in double figures in 17 straight games. They have been without Cade Cunningham for the majority of the season, and it will be interesting to see how he and Ivey play with one another. San Antonio is in the same boat as Detroit, seemingly tanking away the season in the hopes of getting a top pick. I'm not trying to back the San Antonio Spurs as much as the next guy, but I'm certainly not laying chalk with the Pistons. At home or not, these are 2 of the worst teams in the league that are in tank mode, and laying chalk with either side just doesn't feel good. So the San Antonio Spurs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. San Antonio is 7th in pace of play entering this battle between 2 bottom feeders. They rank 28th in offensive rating and have been a travesty on both ends of the floor. The shocking stat about the Pistons this year is that they lead the NBA in both free throws made and attempted. San Antonio does not foul particularly much, 12th in the NBA, but the Pistons have an advantage at the line. Combined with the pace San Antonio plays at, and the fact Detroit can get inside and at the line, this game will go well past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Phoenix Suns vs. Indiana Pacers. It's an interconference battle on the hardwood as a pair of teams on opposite sides of the playoff cut line take the floor in search of a win in the Hoosier State. The Phoenix Suns are on the road as they travel to take on the Indiana Pacers Friday night. Phoenix was in action on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta Thursday night in the front half of a back-to-back set. The Suns defeated the Nets 116-112 on the road in their previous game Tuesday night, failing to cover as a 7-point favorite. Indiana fell 116-111 on the road to Miami Wednesday night, though they did cover the line as a 6.5-point underdog. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Suns own a 53-43 advantage and have won the last 3 meetings. That includes a 112-107 home win in the first matchup this season on January 21st. Looking at the betting trends, the Suns are 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games playing on 0 days rest, 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games against a team with a losing record, and 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games overall. The Pacers are 9-4 against the spread in their last 13 home games, 2-7 against the spread in their last 9 games against a team with a winning record, and 4-9 against the spread in their last 13 games overall. Head-to-head, the under is 10-4 in the last 14 meetings overall, and the Suns are 8-3 against the spread in the last 11 meetings in Indiana. The Suns are shorthanded for this one as Devin Booker, Cameron Payne, and Landry Shamet are all out, while the Pacers are keeping eyes on Jordan Nwora and George Hill, who are both listed as day-to-day. The Suns were on a roll before they ran into the Hawks last night, but I like them to bounce back here even though they're still shorthanded. The Pacers are mired in their worst slump of the season, and they are only 2-7 against the spread in their last 9 9 games against a team with a winning record. The Suns are playing their second game of a back-to-back set, but they are 8-3 against the spread in the last 11 meetings in Indiana, and I like that trend to continue here as the Suns should be too good. So the Phoenix Suns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Phoenix enters this game having seen the under hit in 29 of their 56 games on the year. The Suns are middle of the road when it comes to taking care of the ball as they are 15th in the league by committing 14.2 turnovers per contest this season. Phoenix is a below-average team in terms of tempo as they are 22nd in pace with an average of 98 possessions per game on the year. Indiana enters this game having seen the under hit in 29 of their 56 games, with 1 push this season. The Pacers are 26th in the league in turnovers as they commit 15.3 turnovers per contest. Indiana is one of the fastest teams in the league in relation to tempo as they are 6th in the league with an average of 101.2 possessions per contest on the year. With the Suns being worn out and shorthanded for this one, look for this game to wind up falling short of the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Knicks versus Philadelphia 76ers. The New York Knicks, winners of each of their last 2, visit the city of brotherly love on Friday for an Atlantic Division clash against the Philadelphia 76ers, losers of each of their last 2. New York defeated the Orlando Magic 102-98 on Tuesday, and sources say that New York has traded Cam Reddish to the Portland Trail Blazers in exchange for Josh Hart. Philadelphia was defeated by the Boston Celtics 106-99 on Wednesday and remains 4 games behind the first-place Celtics in both the Atlantic Division and Eastern Conference standings. The Knicks are 28-10 against the spread in their last 38 road games. The 76ers are 17-6 against the spread in their last 23 home games and 10-4 against the spread in their last 14 Friday games. The over is 4-1 in Knicks' last 5 road games. The under is 4-1 in 76ers' last 5 overall. The under is 7-3 in the last 10 meetings. The Knicks are still missing Mitchell Robinson, but they could have Josh Hart in the lineup, while the 76ers are keeping an eye on Joel Embiid, who is listed as questionable again. The 76ers have the leading scorer in the NBA in Joel Embiid and the leader in assists James Harden, although Harden has not played enough games to qualify for that lead. The 76ers defense is 3rd best in points allowed, and Philly is 20-8 at home. New York is just 4-10 against the spread in its last 14 games played during February. The New York shoots poorly as the Knicks have the 25th best field goal shooting percentage and 23rd best three-point shooting percentage, which plays to the strength of the 76ers, who are 14th in field goal shooting percentage allowed and 3rd in three-point shooting percentage allowed. The 76ers will be out for revenge after losing to the Knicks on Sunday, but they didn't look good in their tough loss to the short-handed Celtics, and they could be missing Embiid for this one. The Philadelphia 76ers are the better team and should get love at home. But the Knicks have been money in these spots all year, and that includes being 18-9 against the spread on the road. The Knicks win on the road by an average of 1 point, and they lose as underdogs by an average of 2 points. Hard to pass up free buckets with the Knicks here, so the New York Knicks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Knicks are averaging 114 points per game and 113 points per game on the road. They averaged 109 points per game in their last 3 games against the 76ers. They play at a slow pace, averaging 101.9 possessions per game, and they're facing a team that is giving up 110 points per game at home, so expect them to be held under their average in this game. The 76ers are averaging 114 points per game and 115 points per game at home. They averaged 107 points per game in their last 3 games against the Knicks. They play at a similar pace, averaging 101.8 possessions per game, and they're facing a team that is giving up 112 points per game on the road. The total has finished under in each of Philadelphia's last 2 games and in 4 of the 76ers' last 5. When these two met last Sunday, a total of just 205 points were scored, which easily finished under the closing line of 226 points. New York has seen the total finish under in each of its last 2 and in 3 of the last of 4. New York is 11th in points allowed, while Philadelphia is 3rd in points allowed. The 76ers and Knicks played under the total in 7 of their last 10 meetings. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.